Oh, we're recording. Yep. Um, I'm Gordy. Um, I'm 55. I've been through some weird stuff lately, as we all have with this pandemic. It's been weird. And someone said to me one day, "Why don't you do like videos and stuff like that?" And I'm like, "Well, I don't know how to do videos." So they sort of told me I've got this. And this is just me PC. I've got a phone, but I don't really know how to do much with that. Um, so I'm maybe gonna do a little series about videos and what I think and what I don't think, and I think a lot. Many people think I think too much, which is probably true. Um, I drink too much, definitely. Um, it's one of my major issues, and it is an issue, and I know it's an issue. But I do spend too much time um, visiting the public houses of the local area, which is Ebden Bridge, a wonderful place. Um, and also, I just drink too much. And anyway, so I'm going to start doing little videos. I do a lot of cooking, so I'm going to do some of them. Uh, I have some views on lockdown and um, vaccines, which maybe aren't as popular as some people's. But a lot of it is based on logic and it's based on. I'll tell you what I think. I do think people don't research enough. And one of the things I've learned by living by myself, which I've done for sort of 8 years, is that I get a lot of time now to spend going on the web and things like that. I see different views and I see uh, I read different things that I would have never read before. Uh, I used to get my news from the BBC or Sky or wherever. And now I go all over the place and I look at these things and I get different views and I hear different things and I start to question, um, what we're told really as a mass. Um, and when this whole pandemic thing started, what was it now? Oh God, nearly 2 years ago. 2 years ago, I was very much up for being locked down. I thought, I didn't realize what this thing was. I was worried. I thought, well, if me or one of my kids or my mum or my dad catches this thing, is it going to kill 20% of the people it infects? So I was all for lockdown number one. I just thought, maybe we'd done it too late. I wasn't sure. Um, I was happy that the Cheltenham Festival happened, but for people who went to the Cheltenham Festival, a lot of them got COVID and died. Um, but when we got into it and found out, probably what, three months later in May or whatever, May June, that this was a disease that killed mainly people over 70, but certainly 49 out of 50 people who died have been over 60 or have underlying health conditions. And by the way, I'm not a medical expert. These are just stuff I've got offline, so I believe the facts, but checking myself, I'm not sure. Um, so I started then to question what was happening and the narratives that were coming out of government and the words that were being told, and why weren't the mainstream media reporting what I was hearing? And so we get a little bit, and all of a sudden I was getting called names. I was a what was that to start with? I was a lockdown skeptic. And then I was a COVID denier. Fucking never denied it. Fuck me, it's fucking here. There's people dying of this shit. How can you deny it? Um, and then I was an anti-vaxxer. I've been an anti-vaxxer. Been an anti-vaxxer for a while. That's a good one. You're a fucking anti-vaxxer. You cunt. Oh, don't like it. Oh, sorry, I swear. Sorry. I do swear, and I'm sorry, but I fucking do. What do you do? I'll try not to say the C word because I know it upsets people. But if I get a little bit annoyed, I will say the C word quite a lot. Um, because there are a lot of fucking it's out there, honestly. Um, But no, I think I'm a normal bloke. I went all posh then. A normal bloke. I think I'm a normal bloke who started to question just what really is going on. And then when you start listening to people, Russell Brand, Jordan Peterson, Ed Snowden, people like that, and then you listen to the testimony of Dr. Pierre Corey and John Campbell, the Zoe app, stuff like this. And some of it's for what you think, some of it's against what you think. But they're all independent people, and they're all starting to come around to the same sort of thing. Uh, and they all have different views, and they all think, we should be. Some people think we should mask up, which I think is a load of bullshit. But if you don't, that's fine. That's good. That's cool. I'm not a mask wearer, but all through this pandemic, I've got a little bandana that I put on and I wear because it covers my face and it's a face covering. If you're telling me that's surgical grade and stops me transmitting anything, rock and roll. You live in your own little land, But it makes people feel better, and that's all. I don't want to upset anybody. That's not what I'm here for. I'm a live and let live. I'm anti-violence, anti all that kind of stuff. But I do sort of now question what I'm being told, and I think we all should. And it upsets me sometimes that younger people, because I grew up. I was born in sort of 1965. So by 75, 80, there was punk and all this kind of stuff. And it was bit, anti-establishment stuff. And then I was taught about, the protests of the 60s and all this kind of thing. And it upsets me when I see my, generation, which may be my children, because I've got children from age sort of 30, 31, 32, down to age 16. And they don't question, and they don't seem to question anything. And it really it really annoys me because I just want them to be not radical, but just inquisitive. And I don't want them to trust government. And if the last few years has taught me anything, it's taught me that people now in politics are so influenced by big tech, big farm, and by just this juggernaut that makes people money, that no matter who's in charge, that's not going to change. They're not going to change this system. And the only people who could possibly change this system are us. Individuals, and we all think we've no power. And individually, we probably haven't. And people say to me, "Well, why do you worry about it, Gordon? Why do you get upset?" And I'm like, because we should, and I know I can't do anything about it. I know it's stupid, but I do worry about it, and I do think we should do something about it. I do think we should get together and go, "No, fuck you, I ain't fucking doing that." I ain't. No, fuck you, fuck off. Just that's one of the best phrases ever is "fuck off." I'm not doing it. And even a better phrase is "fuck off," and when you get there, fuck off again. So I do this a lot, by the way. I touch myself, and it's weird. And I think I'm fat, I'm a bit fat. I'm 56. I'm entitled to be honest. No, so I've lost my thread now. But no, so I am just a guy who feels. I do feel strongly that we should question these things, and I feel strongly that the more I'm told to do something, the less I actually want to do it. And I think that's what these governments, and it worries me at the moment that government. I mean, it's really worrying what's happening in Austria and Germany and places like that, where they're now saying, "Oh, it's mandatory to have the vaccine" and things like that. That's wrong. And if you think about it, and it's not the fact the vaccine, I'm all for vaccine. Get vaccinated. If you want to get vaccinated, get fucking vaccinated. It stops you getting ill. It stops you getting fucking, say, being hospitalized. All this stuff. It's a great thing, but it doesn't stop people getting COVID or transmitting COVID. So when they're telling me, well, you've got to have a vaccine passport, and then my logic head goes on and goes, well, why? I can be double jabbed and have COVID so I can go in somewhere, but someone who's not jabbed and doesn't have COVID can't go in. That's just stupid. It's stupid. Yeah, it is stupid. And then when sort of the Austrians brought in this, if they're locking down the unvaccinated, other than going to work. So if you're unvaccinated, I can go to work in a cafe, serve vaccinated people coffee, but at the end of my shift, say my shift ends at 5 o'clock, at 5:01, I can't walk around the counter and sit with the people I've just been serving and have a coffee. That's just stupid. And if you think of it in those terms, I don't think anybody with a brain doesn't think it's stupid. And when they started telling me, even again, it's for your own good, we're locking the unvaccinated down for your own good, fuck off, Yeah. And I heard a terrible story today about a school who were making kids who hadn't been vaccinated wear a yellow badge. So other students knew that they didn't have to wear a mask. And anyone who doesn't, anyway, if you know your history, you know what I'm on about. That's just appalling. Anyway, that's just me. So that's where I come from in this little thing. But also, I'm a really good cook. So I will be doing cooking videos. I'll just be doing little talks like this. I'll be discussing my favourite thing, which is wine, possibly beer. And I'll be doing other things as well. But, I just thought I'd come on and say hello, make a video. I'm gonna try and do it as least techie as I can. Probably tacky, but as least techie as I can, because I'm not very techie. Yeah, and that's it. Yeah, and I've had too much to drink tonight again. I've had too much to drink every night. I've got an issue with alcohol. I know I've got an issue with alcohol. I'm what people call these days probably a functioning alcoholic. When I added up my drinks and worked out I was drinking over 150 units a week, which is something like 21 a day, which is the recommended limit for weekly consumption. But to be honest with you, I don't think I'm alone. I think there's lots and lots and lots of people who drink too much. But as I get older, I eat well. I always eat well. And I think that sort of negates some of it. But as I get older, I do know that my memories isn't as good as it used to be, and things like that. And I put a lot of that down to alcohol consumption. So I need to change that, and I am trying to change it. I am trying definitely to change it. I'm reading quite a lot of Jordan Peterson at the moment, and some of the stuff that he says. I wish I'd read it when I was 25 rather than 55, because there's things in there that maybe I would have done differently. I don't regret anything I've done in my life, because where I am now, I've got 4 wonderful children, and everything that I've done up to that point has led to where I am now. So I don't regret things. I could have done things better, 100%. What happened with me and my ex-wife was never going to be good, but it is what it is. I don't know. I don't know whether I did what was right for me. Whether it was right for everybody else, I'm not sure. and I never will be. And I hope it works out all right. But anyway, but no, don't regret what. But don't regret where you are. I just need to move forward now, and hopefully, maybe some of these videos will help me do that. I hope they do. Otherwise, I'm just fucking talking to a screen for fuck all reason. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna stop diving at the camera because it's weird, isn't it? I'm a bit of a knob. I am a knob, by the way. But I'm into if you want to talk to me about religion, you want to talk about anything, just stick a comment. I'll answer you. I don't give a fuck. I'm one of the things that I've learned recently is not to lie. So I don't filter what I say. Don't take anything I say as read, gospel or anything like that. Just do your own. I encourage you to do your own investigation into things. Anyway, I think I've packed on long enough. 16 minutes, fucking way too long. If you're still watching, well done. I know you're meant to ask people to like and subscribe to this kind of thing, but you're free fucking spirited human beings. Anyway, thanks very much, and hopefully you'll see me again at some point. And now I'm gonna have to work out how to turn this off without looking like I'm working out how to turn this off.